Hello everybody and welcome to the latest vlog. I'm here with Zuzanna and she is very well known, of course, through the PSO. A couple of times a year she brings torts to rehearsals, and so we've been asked, or actually, or to parties or whatever, and so we were asked to put a vlog together, and actually I'm going to stay out of the way and Zuzanna's going to take you through the process of making. This is going to be a walnut tort. It's a typically Polish dessert, and so we have the ingredients here. I'm just going to get behind and take a look and tell us what we have here, Zuzanna.
Walnuts, ground walnuts, orange peel, sugar, breadcrumbs, vanilla, already pre-done egg whites, egg yolks. This is 10 eggs, and this is 250 grams of ground walnuts. And so I'm going to start with egg yolks right now.
Okay. So what are you doing? You're beating the egg yolks?
We'll be beating the egg yolks with sugar. Then we'll be adding some orange peel and mixing with walnuts. And that mixture will be combined with egg whites.
Okay. So, what is this consistency? What are you looking for?
You want this pale lemony look of egg yolks, and so
Now you're adding.
now we're adding the orange peel
Orange peel. Yeah.
and quite a bit of vanilla. I like about that amount.
Half a tablespoon.
Well, more.
Okay.
And maybe I'll mix a little bit with the orange. Okay. So now we'll be mixing.
These are the breadcrumbs.
No, these are the walnuts.
I'm
and
sorry.
breadcrumbs.
Yeah. Okay. Those are the breadcrumbs. Those are the
That's
walnuts. Okay.
So
You've already ground the walnuts before.
everything was pre-done.
You took what? 250 grams
250 grams.
of walnuts and you pre-ground those. How did you do that? How did you do the grinding?
By hand.
Okay.
I have a little tool that
Okay.
you just add walnuts. You can buy pre-packaged or by bulk
Okay.
ground walnuts. So we won't need that anymore, because everything else now is done by hand. So and these are breadcrumbs.
Breadcrumbs. And that's 5 tablespoons of breadcrumbs. And you're just mixing that by hand.
So now this probably will be transferred to something bigger right here. It's pretty straightforward.
Now this is, of course, this mixture is going to make the actual cake portion, the tort portion of the...
Just the cake, the base
Right.
of the cake, yeah. This is stage number 1. And we have to fold egg whites in very gently. So they have to be pretty stiff. This is done with the salt.
It's you added salt to the egg whites?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
You added 1/3 of a teaspoon.
yep.
And just gradually folding that in. And so here we are,
Here we are.
and we're going to pull it out, right? It's been in for half an hour, roughly.
Half an hour, but because each oven can do a different
Let
job,
me just get up close here.
I had to lower the temperature after 20 minutes to 170 Celsius because you don't want to have the top burnt. So you just have to watch the cake. And while it was towards the end, still in the oven, I checked for doneness. So it's dry.
Now what happens?
So now it will have to completely cool down, staying in the form.
How long is that going to take?
Well, you can just leave it alone for a couple of hours.
Okay, and so what we'll do is we'll leave it alone and we'll come back
Leave
later.
it alone, and when it's completely cool, it will be time. You can actually leave it alone. If you start that in the morning, you can leave it for half a day.
Okay, so we'll come back later. Here we are back again. This is the second day of this walnut tort creation, and so I'll put you back in Zuz's hands and she'll let you know what happens next here.
Okay, so right now it will be making cream for the filling. This is already whipping cream ready with 8 tablespoons of icing sugar. This is 1 liter. And I melted chocolate and it's already chilled. And we'll be adding that. This is already with rum and more dark cocoa powder, about 6 tablespoons. So I'll be adding this up. I'll be adding this gradually.
So you're just folding it in.
Yep. And we have to sift this cocoa powder. Because it's dry powder, it has to be first mixed by hand. Okay. Okay, so it's basically that thick consistency that it's easy to decorate with that and make layers in the cake.
So I'm being allowed to try this to make sure that to taste the
Too much rum or maybe not enough?
I think we know the answer to that one. I think there's enough rum.
Okay, so now the cake, like I said before, doesn't need baking powder, so it stays flat. And I usually cut it into 3 layers. So this is the first one, and I'm going to show how I just do. Putting
Do you always do 3 layers?
It looks nicer. It can be just 2. It can be simpler. This is maybe more complicated. And the trick to keep it moist is we need to soak it with prepared mixture. This is brandy from my brandy cherries, and with some diluted with water.
Okay.
So it's sweet, and it will add a little bit of flavor.
It's just the brandy from the brandied cherries, and it's been diluted.
So this is what we usually do when we make Polish cakes. There will be always some kind of liqueur or vodka or rum going into desserts. Some people that don't like alcohol
just go into the cook?
And if someone that cannot have alcohol, it can be you can replace it with tea or coffee, some kind of liquid. And so here we go. We start adding cream.
And of course, you're going to spread that around,
Right.
and then you're going to...
And I will just repeat the process. I will just even that out, and then there will be next layer and next layer of cream.
Okay. Okay, we have the icing on the cake. We're all set, and this is the decoration phase.
That's right. This chocolate, melted chocolate, was 50%, and it has a few drops of orange extract, tablespoon of water, tablespoon of cream, and tablespoon of butter to get this
Consistency
that's liquidy. So I can do this. Doesn't have to be perfect. And it should just go over sides. Now we can just make sections with these walnuts. Just slightly press. It's a little bit warm, so it's trying to go down. cherries. Oh, one escaped. And we need to chill it overnight. So this cake has to go to the fridge. There we go.
Well, the tort has been in the fridge overnight, and we've taken it out, and I'm just going to zero in on it and let everybody have a better look. Here we are.
Ta-da!
And I guess the only thing we can do is
To taste it.
taste it, which is what we're going to do.
And the walnuts kind of are arranged in such a way to prepare slices.
And so we'll just wait for you to pull out a piece and we'll take a look at the piece.
Sometimes it's hard
some
with
point.
the first piece.
And why don't you try it?
No, why don't you try it?
Well, I don't know if I can hold the camera and try it at the same time, so it's better if you try it. Well, of course. Thank you for joining us, and with our walnut tort adventure. We just want to hear exactly what the name of this is. This dessert is in Polish.
Tort orzechowy.
Tort orzechowy. And everybody can learn that. Tort orzechowy. Thank you very much.
Bye.